Hey, you guys. Hope everybody is having a great day. I don't know if you got to catch the segment that Paige and I did earlier, but we made a pomegranate smoothie. I just had it pulled up and I was like checking it out. It's kind of funny to be like, oh, talking to you guys and have myself running in the background. But I would highly recommend that you give that pomegranate kale apple smoothie a go, because those superfoods are just, that's really what's going to take everything to the next level when you fuel your body really with those powerful nutrients and superfoods. And one thing, if you didn't catch it in the notes, you can switch up the kale. If you're newer to green smoothies, switch up the kale to spinach, and that'll like sort of soften it a little bit and make it a little bit maybe easier to go down if you're kind of a newbie to green smoothies. So anyway, welcome if you're just joining. So afternoon slump, anyone? So what we're going to do today, it's actually going to probably take a little bit closer to 5 minutes once we get the yoga rolling, is just about creating a little bit more awareness of your posture if you're sitting at your desk for long periods of time. I know for me, when I wrote my book, I found, even for me, who's like super mindful of posture, and known as like the posture police, when I was sitting at my desk for 8 to 10 hours a day writing my book, I was, hunching and slouching, and I was having some back issues and neck issues. And sometimes, we think, oh, we're getting older, our back and our this, and sometimes it's just posture and being mindful of how you're sitting for long periods of time. And then we're going to do a little sequence that's useful for any time you're traveling or sitting a lot. You can do it on a plane. Open up your hips and your hamstrings and your spine and all of that. But first things first, and that is make sure that by your desk you always have a big glass of water. Now I'm guilty right now. I don't have a big glass of water sitting by my desk because I was sort of rushing to get to my desk to join you all. But big glass of water, and just sip on it all day long. It's so important for your energy and just keeping every cell of your body hydrated. Super, super important. All right, so the first thing is just ears, shoulders, hips. We talked about this last night with the back hair. So what happens as you're typing, or if you're on your phone, all this just tends to happen, right? So what we really want to be mindful of throughout our yoga practice and really through our lives, because really the practice of yoga is ultimately to get us to stand taller and to breathe a little deeper. So ears, shoulders, hips in one line. That's it. So start with that. Crown of the head reaching up to the sky, tailbone down right into the chair beneath you. And just with that little bit of lift in your posture, it just will relax your shoulders and keep your spine in alignment. So that's the first thing. And then secondly, I just want to mention, because I use this all the time, is peppermint essential oil. If you get an afternoon slump, instead of going to get coffee with sugar, like a latte, that's going to give you an energy boost for a little while, for maybe like half an hour, and then it's going to plummet you. So instead of that, a couple drops of peppermint on your wrists. You can, if your skin is not super sensitive, I like to put it behind my ears. Take big inhales with your peppermint. I mean, it will wake you up like no other. And you can put a drop or two in a big glass of water too, and it has a natural energizing lift. So does a green smoothie, like Paige shared with us earlier today. Very naturally energizing and hydrating. A lot of times the slump has to do with dehydration and energy flow. So you might want, if you've been sitting for long periods of time, I would encourage you just get up, walk around a little bit too. That's really just an easy thing to do. But let's get to the yoga. So if you have a skirt on or something like that, some of these might be a little bit trickier for you. If you can just kick your shoes off, then absolutely kick your shoes off. I kick my shoes off as often as I possibly can. You want to scooch to sort of the edge of your chair. And again, just bring that awareness to your posture. Take the biggest breath in that you can and reach your arms all the way out and up. So arms in full range of motion. Exhale, hands at heart center. If everybody's around you in your office, they're going to think it's a little bit weird, right? But maybe they'll join you. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, hands at heart center. This is a sun breath, so you want the energy of the sun coming in with the in-breath. And then exhale, hands at heart center. Now the next thing you're going to do is just grab onto your right knee with your right shin. Interlace your fingers out over your shin and just pull that thigh as close to your ribcage as you can, but without slumping your posture. Pull your shoulder blades back and together, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then you're just going to take that right ankle. I'll turn to the side a little bit here. Right ankle is going to go over your left thigh. So you're externally rotating the knee out to the side. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you can see. And this is a pigeon stretch. Like we've done pigeon stretches already in class. If the knee is pressing out to the side, you're going to feel that in your right hip. Some of you are like, oh yeah, I feel that hip stretch. So put one hand on your knee and the other hand on your ankle, and then just going to do a little bit of a stir around. So again, I was saying, like if you're traveling for Thanksgiving and you're sitting on a plane for a long period of time, you can just do a couple of these easy stretches if you're not too crowded. Depends on the seat that you're in, I suppose. But at the very least, you can do some deep breathing and a little bit of movements for your spine. Okay, let's go the other direction with this hip circle. So leading with your chest, roll around, and you're feeling that in your right hip, and that's where you want to feel it. Okay, let's just do one more time. Circle around, and then come back to center. Now you're just going to take this right leg and straighten it out. So reach for your heel as far as you can. Really extend the leg as much as possible so you get a hamstring stretch. Take an inhale, lift your chest. You keep saying that, and then bend your knee. So take a breath in, and then exhale, extend your leg out straight. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. And one more time, inhale, bend. And exhale, extend. Good. Go ahead and release that knee down. Let's just get the same exact thing on the other side. So take your hands out over your shin. Lift your chest up tall. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then we're going to take this ankle and put it over your thigh. So you might immediately notice that one hip is tighter or more open than the other. That's totally normal. And let's do that hip roll circle. So rolling around in a circle and come back to center. Roll around and come back to center. Good, and keep breathing and rolling, and you'll get that nice stretch through your hip. Let's do one more on this direction of the circle, and then same exact thing, other way. Roll around. I don't know about you, but this to me feels so good. And just taking a break, like I know you feel like you can't take a break because you're so busy, but sometimes you increase your productivity when you take a break, you know? And so it's better to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes out and increase your productivity than to work straight through it. Okay, we're gonna unfold that leg. Take your hands underneath your thigh for your hamstring stretch. And remember, you're sitting up tall. Pull your shoulder blades together so you're strengthening your upper back. Take a deep breath in, because the energy in comes in with the breath. Exhale, extend your leg out straight, reach through your heel. You don't have to get your leg out all the way straight. If your hamstring's really tight and you get here, you know, where your knee's bent, totally fine. Inhale, it's not about forcing it. Exhale, reach through your heel, keep your chest lifted, pull your shoulder blades back together, and bend your knee. Let's do it 2 more times. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach through your heel. Nice job, you guys. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay? Easy, right? So sitting up tall, and again, if you have a skirt on or something like that, you can keep your knees together. Otherwise, feet about hip bone distance apart. Hands through to heart center. You're going to inhale, reach your arms all the way out and up. And then you're going to take a swan dive forward, and you're going to fold out over your legs. So you're just going to cross your arms in front of each other and fold forward. So you won't be able to actually see me. I'll scooch the camera a little bit forward so you can see, and tilt it down a little bit. So you're going to fold forward in a forward fold stretch, just like this. And for a lot of you, your knees will be close to your armpits, and you're just going to let the weight of your head completely hang heavy. And what this does is stretches your low back. So what I want you to do is try to take a deep breath into your low back and just let the weight of your arms and your head hang heavy. And then you're going to take your hands onto your thighs and support yourself back up to sitting tall. And we're going to do a seated version of what's called cat and cow, which we've been doing in class too. So hands on your kneecaps. Inhale, draw your chest forward, your shoulders back. Exhale, tuck behind your tailbone, around your spine. Inhale, extend your spine, open your heart. Exhale, and just this one exercise, the seated version of cat-cow, like if you're on a plane or something like that, this is such a great thing to do. Inhale, extend, open your heart. Exhale, move your spine, tuck your tailbone around it. Okay, and then go ahead and come up through neutral. You're just going to take one hand across the opposite knee, other hand at your sacrum, low back. Sitting up tall with your inhale. Exhale, look out over your shoulder and twist your spine. So easy, such a nice little stretch. Come back to center, Other hand goes across your opposite knee. Other hand goes behind your low back sacrum. Inhale, chest up, heart lifted. Exhale, look out over your shoulder, twisting your spine. And then come back to center. Okay? So that's it. I mean, maybe it took like 5-6 minutes. But as long as you're moving your spine, okay, and you can also do like side stretches too. You can certainly stand up and do a lot of this. But more than anything, I would encourage you to do the pigeon thing. If you cross your legs, not good for circulation, not good for varicose veins. So I would highly recommend that you not sit with crossed legs, either knees together, feet together, or this pigeon thing where you're getting a hip stretch. Okay, basic things, be mindful of your posture. The more that you practice your yoga, the more aware of your posture that you'll be. And again, just the easy tip of ears, shoulders, hips in one line. If you're standing, it's ears, shoulders, hips, heels in one line. So that's your little 10-minute quickie lunch break. Don't forget to drink a lot of water. That's definitely very energizing. And dehydration will make you feel sort of down in the dumps. No good. So get your water in. Have an awesome day, you guys. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. is the sun salutations segment. Again, if you can't make it at 6, it's all good. You can always do the replay later. Okay? Awesome. Day 5 in the books here. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.